What is up, big dogs? It's your boy Q Dog, and I'm back at you with another video reaction. I had to take the day off yesterday, guys. It was just a long week, man. Brother was tired. I tried to get the video out to you guys yesterday, but man, I was dead. I was asleep. I was gone. But we got another What Culture video game. We got another What Culture gaming video for you guys today. Video reaction. This one is top 10 cool video game weapons you probably never knew about. And let's go on ahead and hop into this bad boy.
We've all spent hours searching for hidden equipment, armor, and weapons in our favorite games. These weapons can be unlockable rewards for completing quests, or maybe purchased for insane amounts of in-game currency. But sometimes it's not just the grind that makes these hard to get hold of. In fact, there are plenty of video game weapons that you've probably never even seen. So I'm Amy from What Culture, and here are 10 video game weapons you probably never found. 10. The Golden Gun. GoldenEye 007. You may remember that in this classic Bond movie, the man with the golden gun, villain Francisco Scaramanga brandishes the shiny pistol as his weapon of choice. This iconic item is actually obtainable in the Nintendo 64 game GoldenEye 007, but you can only get it via a specific...
My cousin Ray used to beat the hell out of all me and my brothers in this game. Like, it was unreal how good he was at this game sometimes, man.
Puzzle on a bonus level you may never have found in the first place. During the final bonus mission, players will come across a tiled room where a golden gun sits within a glass case on a pedestal. If you don't step on the tiles to reach the pedestal in the correct order, the gun will be locked in its case and remain inaccessible, as well as triggering drone guns to emerge from 4 alcoves and try to take you out. If you walk a specific route to the weapon, you'll be able to take it though, but there are
Sorry
no
about that, guys. I
clues
thought that was going to
pattern,
go away
meaning most
sooner
players are none the wiser.
rather
The
than
golden gun is
sooner
capable
than
of killing
that.
almost any enemy in the game with just one shot, although it does need to be reloaded every time you fire it. 9. Clockshot. Gears of War 3. Gears of War is a franchise that we know has a pretty serious tone. Contrary to the established tone though,
Gears of War. I love that the like shotgun / chainsaw thing that they got in that game, man. I love
War
that.
3 provides an absurd weapon Easter egg that many players didn't realise even existed. The weapon in question is the Clockshot, a variation on the boomshot grenade launcher that fires exploding chickens. There are a couple of ways you could have gotten Marcus Phoenix's meaty mitts on this gun, and the easier one is during the first chapter of the first act of the game. After raising a platform near a wall with graffiti, you could hop over a barrier to find a dead Keo with the Clockshot weapon next to him, and then you just grab that bad boy. The second opportunity to grab this chicken launcher is more complex and is available during Act 4 of Chapter 1 on insane difficulty. Following a lengthy series of events to trigger an Easter egg, a chicken wearing a pirate hat will fly around in a plane made of ammo crates, dropping 4 clock shots for you to cause chaos with. 8. Chain Chomp. Bayonetta 2. The Bayonetta series is no stranger to absurd weapons, outfits, and characters. If you were brave enough to work your way through the hardest difficulty mode of Bayonetta 2, you would be rewarded with the iconic Chain Chomp weapon, based on the Mario enemy. When the weapons dealer Rodin gives you this weapon, he'll appear nervous and remark that the weapon is strong and uncontrollable, and that's how you know it's good. The Chain Chomp is attached to Bayonetta's leg, and she'll attack enemies by swinging it around, with the metallic orb occasionally biting down on enemies to deal heavy damage. Curiously, this is the only weapon in the entire game that cannot be equipped to your hands, and its wide, sweeping moveset can be useful for crowd control in tight situations. If you never got your hands on the weapon when Bayonetta 2 originally released, or you don't fancy taking on the difficulty mode, you can actually scan a Bowser, Bowser Jr., Goomba, Boo, or Koopa Trooper amiibo on the Nintendo Switch version to unlock it at any time. 7. The Colt Peacekeeper revolver.
I didn't know about
1.
that one.
The Battlefield series is known for its Easter eggs, with elaborate clues for you to find across both the single and...
Battlefield. I'm not going to do that for every game, but definitely the ones I've played and the ones I'm very familiar with. I'm very familiar with Battlefield. I haven't played all of them, but I've played a good number of them.
Multiplayer modes. One fantastic but little known Easter egg provides you with a unique item called the Peacekeeper. This will require doing a
keeping the
complex set of
peace.
activities, starting with the deciphering of 8 unique Morse code messages, meaning you can't simply look them up online as they'll be different for you. There are then several other stages set across 6 different maps, meaning most players probably never unlocked this weapon even if they knew it existed, because it's just too damn effort heavy. The weapon has some unique animations and a pretty high damage output, although it's definitely not powerful enough to warrant the excessive effort you need to put in to get your hands on it. The in-game description of the Peacekeeper states that according to some, it's the greatest handgun ever made, which is thought to be a direct reference reference to Metal Gear Solid character Revolver Ocelot. 6. Hadouken, Mega Man X. We're all familiar with Ryu from Street Fighter's signature move, thrusting his hands out to launch a wave of energy at opponents whilst exclaiming his signature phrase, Hadouken. What many of us didn't realise, however, is that this ability is...
That's funny how she said it. Hadouken. Hadouken. I don't know if I'm saying it like her. I mean, I usually say Hadouken. Okay, I look crazy when I said it like. Let me try it like this. Hadouken. Hadouken. See, bro, she's got me messed up because she said it like that weird way. Hadouken. She just...
actually obtainable in another classic Capcom series, Mega Man. Specifically in Mega Man X, this move is pretty hard to unlock, meaning many of us were totally oblivious to its existence. In the Armored Armadillo stage, players must dash to a specific ledge after riding on a floating platform. Providing Mega Man made it to this ledge with full health, the player must jump to their death in the adjacent pit exactly 3 times, and then the upgrade capsule will appear, granting you the iconic Street Fighter move. That doesn't sound too complicated, right? Well, there are actually a number of criteria that you have to meet before even attempting this, such as having defeated all 8 bosses, fully upgrading your health, and collecting all other ability upgrade capsules. Once you do have the move, it can only be used with full health available, and the controls are the same as the original Street Fighter. 5. The hand cannon, Dead Space 2.
What's the point of even having that weapon or that upgrade? I guess for completion. As you guys know, I'm a completionist, so I guess that would be the only real main reason for having that as like a move in your arsenal, because that move fucking sucks, to be honest.
Dead Space series
not Hadouken
terrified us with
itself, but the way that they have you use it.
Aliens. However, in contrast to this reputation of scares, in the second game there's one very silly weapon that can be unlocked to bring a little light into this dark affair. If you were to complete the already fairly difficult Dead Space 2 on the hardest mode, you'd be rewarded with a comical red foam hand that Isaac wields like a gun. The absurd weapon features infinite ammunition and will instantly kill enemies, resulting in all of their limbs becoming dismembered simultaneously. Curiously, the hand cannon's melee damage is equal to its primary and secondary fire, meaning you can smack the necromorphs to pieces with ease. There's something about this final unlockable weapon that takes away all the horror from Dead Space 2, which many of us have never got to experience. 4. Excalibur II.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX features a series of iconic... While there are many weapons and abilities that the party can equip, there is one item that is the most powerful in the game, but it's extremely difficult to unlock. In order to receive the powerful sword Excalibur II, you must reach the final dungeon of the game in 12 hours or less, which is an extremely difficult feat considering it usually takes around 40 hours to reach this point. On the original release...
That's funny, man. Excalibur, that sword, is one of the most famous swords ever, bro, because it pops up in fucking movies, books, video games, etc. Like, that's a very popular... Either it's a popular name or it's a popular sword. Either way, man, yeah, I'm thinking it's both.
That's wild. Not skippable.
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best,
I don't want to do that.
Kachava.
I want to do Kachava. Get Kachava out of here.
Around 35 minutes, which led players to using various tricks such as ejecting the disc during the cinematics to stop the in-game timer. The Steam release allows you to skip cutscenes as well as disable random encounters, which means it's easier than ever to get your hands on this legendary blade. If accomplished, the Holy Elemental Sword is granted and can only be equipped by Steiner, featuring a glowing turquoise blade and a golden hilt. Dealing 108 damage, the Excalibur II is a formidable weapon that will see Steiner easily dispatch enemies. 3. Silver and Gold Pipe. Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill as a series.
Silver and gold mean so much more when you say silver and gold decorations on every Christmas tree. Oh
this
man,
is no stranger to
that's
weird
classic.
secrets and Easter eggs, but this one is perhaps lesser known than more goofy things like the UFO abduction or the dog ending. To get this Easter egg weapon, you must have completed Silent Hill 3 once already.
Yeah, I remember that. The dog ending, yeah. Well, I didn't unlock it, but I've seen YouTube videos about that.
Greeted by a fairy. The fairy asks you a series of questions and, if you answer them truthfully, she'll offer you a silver and gold variation of the standard steel pipe weapon.
Well, she can offer me something else other than that standard, that silver and gold pipe. I got a pipe. I got a pipe for her.
After all
I got a
this,
pipe. I offer
the
her.
gold and silver pipes are actually weaker than the original weapon. weapon,
Don't mind
which
me,
makes them
y'all.
almost
You know,
completely
Q-Dog
useless.
being the
Protagonist
dog.
Heather will have some unique
Oh,
comments about the pipes, claiming that she could sell the gold one for money or use the silver one against werewolves. But at the end of the day, that's pretty much the only value it adds. Most of us would never have stumbled across this bizarre secret, but you're not missing much. 2. Onion Knight. Final Fantasy X. Sticking with Final Fantasy, the 10th entry took the series into a modern age featuring enhanced...
I fucking love this. Final Fantasy X is probably one of my favorite Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy X and the most recent Final Fantasy I really like. I have both of them on my PS4, as a matter of fact. I liked them so much I actually put my money where my mouth was. Capiche, I bought them. They're not the only games I have on my PS4, but, you know, they were on the list, so I figured I'd mention it. And let you know I got them. Nah, but yeah, seriously, I love those games.
Environments, visuals, and full voice acting. An epic, emotional story with a charismatic cast of characters quickly cemented this title as yet another classic in the iconic JRPG franchise.
You ain't
the game
lying.
features many weapons and items, but none are more tedious to unlock than the Onion Knight celestial weapon for Lulu. This bizarre doll weapon is present in previous Final Fantasy games, but is by far the most difficult to unlock in Final Fantasy X. In order to gain access to the Onion Knight, you must go to the Thunder Plains area of the game and dodge 200 lightning bolts in a row without being hit. This is difficult enough, but with no in-game counter for how many you've dodged, it becomes a nightmare scenario of trying to keep count whilst simultaneously avoiding being struck. The weapon is very powerful, and when fully upgraded, it provides Lulu with a range of useful abilities. But that's only if you can stomach the lightning dodging antics required in order to receive it. 1. The Wabberjack. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. Oblivion remains one of...
I still gotta play this game. I played Skyrim, and everybody tells me I gotta play Oblivion. You need to play Oblivion, dude. If you played Skyrim and you like it, you're gonna like Oblivion. I'm definitely gonna play it. I definitely want to play this game. If not for the gameplay, at least for the story, because I love the story of Skyrim, and they say it's really like a continuation or, you know, a second part to what happens in Oblivion. So, yeah, definitely on the playlist.
Our favourite open-world role-playing games to this day, and it's crammed full of unique weapons, spells, and equipment for players to find throughout its sprawling fantasy setting. One such weapon many of us will not have stumbled across, as it requires you to find Sheogorath's shrine and then embark on a quest for the Diadric Prince of Madness. Upon reaching the statue, Sheogorath will speak to the player and ask them to carry out a prophecy about the end of the world and the settlement of Borderwatch. After completing the quest, you're rewarded with the Wabberjack, a Diadric artifact staff with an amusing ability. When used on a creature, the Wabberjack will transform them into another random creature for 30 seconds, which surprisingly causes them no damage at all. It may even act as a hindrance, because you could transform a rat or a deer into an ogre, which would pose much more of a threat. Whilst it is pretty much completely useless because of its unpredictability, it is certainly hilarious to run around turning goblins into sheep, even if it doesn't last very long. And with that, we've reached the end of this list of 10 video game weapons.
Well, that was interesting, to say the least. That's why I always like watching What Culture Gaming. If you haven't subscribed to What Culture Gaming's channel, go ahead and subscribe to them. But before you do that, go ahead and subscribe to 1994 Q-Dog so you can join the Big Dog Fellowship. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, gotta say, you know, for everybody out there that's been supporting, leaving comments, likes, and everything, much love to you guys, man. I always appreciate you. Like I said, I took yesterday off, but, you know, your boy's back on it. Hopefully you guys like this new video I put out. I'm going to try to get another Hoof GP video out later on for you guys. If not today, tomorrow for sure. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, leave a like, share, and comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. You know, 1994 Q-Dog out. Till the next time. Peace.